The last night dinner was the most luxurious thing Wine had ever been to. Five-star restaurant with the manager serving them himself. She had never seen that happening even in the movies. The place was so elegant, Wine feared if she might do something embarrassing. Jungkook was quick enough to notice it and tell her not to worry about that and be herself. That was another way inside of her heart, and she had a hard time building another wall. Later at night, at home, his arm was wrapped around her as they drifted off to sleep. Jungkook had gone off to his work today. He said he couldn't take much time off of work. Wayne saw this as an opportunity to escape. He must have not imagined her to escape this early, right after the wedding. She didn't take his watch. It didn't feel right anymore. She removed her bracelet and placed it down on the dresser beside a letter she wrote him. Ryan, as much as I wanted to keep this memory of you, I need to forget you. Thank you for treating me so right after all this time. She sighed and quietly left the room, acting all normal towards the back door which opened up to a garden. The guards were less here. She knew she could escape from here easily. During her stay, she had close eyes on every moment. It was the time. The first shift ended, and the second shift had to take the position. She had a window of 10 seconds to slip right under their nose. Her heart rate was too high, as if it might explode, yet she didn't fear. She couldn't get scared at this point, being so near to her freedom. As she ran along the wall quietly, she finally got out of the premises and could take a breath of fresh air. A hand on her heart as she held onto the wall, taking a few deep breaths. If it continued for another minute, she might truly have died of a heart attack. When she raised her head, that was the real time of getting an actual heart attack. She saw her husband standing there, fully dressed in his office clothes, looking as collected as ever. He was alone, his eyes focused on her. She took a step back with a gulp. Jungkook, going somewhere? I could have taken you, you know. She gulped and took another step back. Ryan, I was just, I just wanted to be alone. Jungkook, then let's be alone. He threw her above his shoulder so easily and walked back to his room. The way back to his room was long. She had a lot of time to come up with something, but there was nothing she could think of. She remembered the goodbye note she left him and cursed internally. It was her doom. Nothing could save her anymore. Jungkook, get every guard positioned on the back to meet me tomorrow. He He ordered his assistant as he walked past him. The look on the employee's face told Wine how horrified he was. Is this how calm her husband sounded when he was mad? That scared her beyond belief. The door slammed behind them, and he threw her down over the bed. A calm walk towards the dressing and the note in his hand. She knew no excuse was going to work anymore. Jungkook, I want to know the reason. An honest reason might help you actually save you. Wine, I. She closed her eyes and hugged her knees. For how long was she going to survive this? Wine, I'm tired. I was controlled by my father my whole life, only for another, even more dangerous figure to enter my life. By me, as if I'm a slave. I'm tired of being controlled by men. I missed out on my life. No, I had never had a life. I just wanted some freedom. Jungkook, did I tie you up? Tried to control you? Forced you? Wine, no. But how long would you wait? How long would you put up with me? Everyone talks about you as if you're a god. Everyone is scared of you. Anything against you, and there's no chance of survival. Vine, just look at all of this. I can't even leave my own home. What if I was not escaping and just wanted to go out for something else? It feels like all this security is for me, keeping tabs on me. I feel so trapped here. Jungkook, did you try leaving through the main door? She was dumbfounded at that question. Jungkook, you could have easily. In fact, might have gotten offered a car and a driver as well. He exhaled and walked up to her. Jungkook, your husband is a made man, which puts you in danger automatically. All these people are for your security, not for keeping tabs on me. All these maids are for your service. Jungkook, I'm not controlling you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not a god, although I'm a powerful figure. Money is not a problem in this world you entered. Power is the biggest ruler. A little weakness will make you a target of evil forces surrounding you. Jungkook, this power is not for my woman. To control and abuse her, that's such a non manly thing to do. Fine. Are you not mad I tried to leave you? Jungkook, did someone ever tell you you're a sick actor? No one was going to believe that acting. Fine. Excuse me? My acting always worked, and if you knew it, why didn't you say something? Jungkook, well, that was the cutest and most innocent betrayal someone was planning to give me. I couldn't have missed it for the world. It kind of irritated her. She had been doing all that planning. There's no way nothing worked against him. Was he saying he's above all that? Or was her husband so used to these things, her tactics were just nothing before his past experiences? Fine, you still bought me, and nothing can ever take that back. Jungkook, your father was not going to let you go otherwise. He would have sold you to another man. I could either give him money or kill him. Do you want the bride's father to die and bring me bad luck? Jungkook, can you not think it from my perspective? At least once? I didn't buy you. The money was for your father, but it didn't mean it was in return of you. Why? The wedding was against my will. She crossed her arms. Jungkook, you're trying to find excuses at this point. Why? Now that you know my planning, I'm not going to play happy wife anymore. I have my conditions. There was a smirk on Jungkook's face. A smirk which told her to be aware. A smirk which should scare her. He placed his hands on both sides of her own bed and leaned down to her level. Jungkook, do you think you can afford that, sweetheart? She gulped. She knew if she wanted to force her, she would be able to do nothing to protect herself. Yet, she didn't back away. She was done being pushed. Wine, try me. Jungkook, say your conditions. He pulled back to her utmost surprise. Wine, I get it. The guards are for my security, but I want them out of my home. No one enters without permission. Wine, I'm your wife, so technically it's my home. I don't want these many maids. I'll select a few, they'll stay, and rest of them will leave after you arrange them another job. I can leave this home anytime I want. I can invite anyone I want. Wine. Basically, I can do anything I want with no restrictions. There's nothing much for you as you are already nice to me, but since we are on it, I would like your time to get to know each other better. And if you dare cheat me, John, I'll stab you with my own hands. Jungkook chuckled. He was truly, truly impressed by that. It had been a long time someone ever stood against him with that much courage. There was no way he could ever reject any of that. Jungkook, if you say it like that, there was no condition on waiting anymore. He gripped her wrist and pulled her close. She was so taken aback when he slammed his lips against hers. He was so turned on by her. Having such a wife brought him so much satisfaction. Somehow, Wine replied to that kiss. She was not going to run away. She meant her words. She was truly going to accept him and his life. The kiss was nothing less than a hunger game. Her hands gripped onto his hair, wrapping her legs around his torso. Jungkook, oh, you are going to be the death of me. He kissed her again and traced his thumb against her lip. Fine, I might just say the same about you. He smirked and, just like before, left his signature kiss on the corner of her lips. That one touch always brought her butterflies. Now that she had taken the first step, she was truly excited for how different her future was going to turn out.